Okay, there is an extremely important piece of information that we want every sales manager in the world to know. We'll give you this for free. Guys, we really want you to know this particular data. Whether you ever do business with us or not, if you understand this, trust me, it will make a dramatic improvement in your perception of selling, in your relationship with your prospects, and between you and your sales room. To understand this, you need to understand, obviously, that communication is the most important thing. In point of fact, we are all in the communication business. And when we talk about ability, in fact, we're talking about communication. They are the same subject. When you say someone has an ability with children, it means the person is in communication with children. They communicate with the kid communicates back, and there's a rapport going on there. That's communication. When somebody has an ability with computers, that means you pull down that menu and everything means something to you, and you can manipulate it, you can control it. Communication is ability. This is a fundamental skill and is the entire backbone of selling. And there is a place where communication breaks down. And when it breaks down, sales breaks down, your control of your sales room breaks down, the whole game breaks down on this fundamental. This is why you can have it for nothing. Everything else is very important. Everything else we teach you will be of the same order of magnitude of importance. But this, please, if you don't know anything else, this is one thing that you've got to learn. In order for communication to occur, there must be attention. The word attention means when interest becomes fixed. You can have general interest, and then, whoop, it fixes. That's attention. You're walking down a beach, beautiful afternoon, general interest, and suddenly, oh, beautiful seashells over there. You get the idea. Attention. When interest becomes fixed, you have attention. Obviously, when people are talking but nobody's paying attention, there is no communication going on. There is a basic datum in selling, which is control equals income. Control equals income. You must understand this is a law. This is a fundamental of business. It's a fundamental of selling. Control equals income. What is it that you are controlling? You are controlling the prospect's interest. You are controlling the prospect's attention. You are putting the prospect's attention where you want the prospect's attention. And in the process of managing a sales room, you must be controlling the attention of your salespeople onto the correct priorities, onto the correct fundamentals, because when they go off the fundamentals, that's it, they stop selling. And that's when they start giving you all sorts of reasons. Why? There's no why. The fundamentals are out. It's like Vince Lombardi with his famous Green Bay Packers. They would lose a game, and every practice right after a loss began with his famous football speech. And the speech started, "This is a football. Turn it in your hands." He would pass out footballs to all of his all-pro football players. And they would turn the ball in their hands. Examine the threads on the ball. Count the threads on the ball. This is a football. The game is about getting this football down the field and across this. And it was fundamentals. It's all fundamentals. Well, here is one. Control equals income. And what you are controlling in selling is the attention of the prospect. So, that's the first point to understand. The second point to understand, and the term that I want you to know, is a term invalidation. Invalidation means to nullify, to make nothing of something. We've all been invalidated. My favorite example of this is a commercial I saw on television years ago put up by the Church of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons. It was a very interesting commercial. Because, as you probably know, the Mormons are very strong in family. They just are very strong on the family line. And the whole point of this commercial was to illustrate the importance of children, and children are our future and so on. But the commercial begins with a child running up the front steps of his house, crashing through the screen door, lots of noise. He comes in very enthusiastically, says, "Hey, Dad, I got an A," holding up his report card. And his father off camera said, "I told you not to slam that door when you come into the house." And you watch this kid just collapse. It broke your heart to watch it. It was unbelievable. This was invalidation. This was invalidation. Now, This is the point. All of this preamble, all of this introduction leads up to this point. Salespeople invalidate their prospects compulsively on a day-to-day basis. The great salespeople don't. And nobody has ever really examined what's the difference here. What's actually going on? You can increase the quality of a sales room dramatically by removing the invalidation on the communication line from the area. What is this invalidation? Why is this so important? Because basically invalidation is non-attention. That's what the basic invalidation is. When the child ran into his house and his father said, "I told you not to slam that door," that wasn't invalidating. It was the non-attention to his child's A on the report card. That was invalidating. When your wife comes in and says, "Honey, what do you think of my hair?" And you say, "Have you seen my hammer around here someplace?" Invalidation. Bang. It's a non-attention to her hair. When he comes in and he says, "Honey, let's go to a movie." And she says, "What do you think of my fingernails?" Bang. Invalidation. You follow. This is non-attention to what's going on. When the prospect tells you something, the prospect obviously considers important, and the salesperson, pretending to listen, has actually his or her attention on what he's trying to do next, and he misses what the prospect just said. The prospect is invalidated. Just like that. That was the end of the sale. It might be 2 hours before it becomes a problem, and the salesperson starts to think, "I'm losing the sale." No, you lost this sale 2 hours ago. I cannot tell you how many times I've come across this singularly important piece of information. When your salesperson invalidates the prospect, that moment indicates the end of the sale. And believe me, we will train you in this material and show you why that is, what actually occurs when you invalidate somebody, and how to repair it when it happens. Because you can't go through life and not make this mistake from time to time. The more trained you are, the less frequently you make the mistake. But you will make the mistake. What happens when you make the mistake? What can you do to repair the damage, to get the thing back on the road? And if it's in the case of suddenly you start to lose control of your prospect's attention, which is the entire purpose here, as we mentioned earlier, you start to lose control of the prospect's attention, which is what you do when you invalidate the prospect. What do you do to repair that damage, to regain control of the prospect's attention? This is something we want you all to know, and we'll give you that for free. Good luck to you.